Hello, this is Minesh Patel from the EIA Capital Group. Today's video we're going to be discussing Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. This is going to be the first of probably 6 or 7 different videos that we're going to be releasing on YouTube, where each video is going to give you a breakdown of Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. The complete video series on YouTube will give you a complete picture of how someone you could use Ichimoku to trade any instrument out there, any time frame that you want, and any market condition that's also present. Okay. So what is Ichimoku Kinko Hyo? Let me go through, and before we start going through that, let's go through the normal disclaimer. You could go through it, but basically all these videos are for educational purpose only. And also, just to note, all the charts are basically in Thinkorswim platform. You could go to www.thinkorswim.com and you could check out their charting platform or their brokerage services that they offer. Now we're going to go for a couple of minutes just to go through the history of Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, but we're not going to go for it in great detail. The only reason why we're bringing this up is to show that this is an established system. Not a lot of people have heard of it here in the Western world, and the reason why is a lot of the books and everything have been written in Japanese. And just recently, in the last couple of years, there's been a Western push for Ichimoku to be used in trading everything from forex to currencies, to futures to equities and so forth. The key thing to note here, there's 3 systems actually used in the Japanese trading rooms. The very first one you're probably very familiar with, which is Japanese candlesticks. Most people heard of dojis and so forth. The second system is Japanese Renko and Kaji charts, and then the third one is actually Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. Okay, now just here's my contact details. You're more than welcome to email me. Also, we'll show you towards the end of the presentation the website, which has a whole bunch of resources that are available for free for the trader to learn Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. So we're just going to start jumping into the charts, and that way you can start seeing everything that's out there. The chart here is a 120-minute chart of the E-mini S&P 500 futures, and you could see that this is the Ichimoku system. Now the Ichimoku system, as you can see, is very easy to use. The reason why is it's pure visual based system. It's visual oriented with this cloud. Most people call this cloud trading. That's another name for Ichimoku, but and you could see why. Okay, if you look at the Ichimoku system, it basically consists of 5 main indicators. Okay, the very first indicator you have is this red line. We call it the Tinkinson. This is basically the formula is based on 9 periods. So this represents short-term price action. The next indicator you have is the Kijinsen, which is this green line. This represents medium-term price action. Reason why is it represents 26 periods of price action. The third indicator you have is this purple line, and if you notice, it's shifted back in time. Okay, so if you look at today and you look at the current price right now, and you shift that back 26 periods, that's basically what the value of the Chicago indicator is. And the reason why is what you want to do is with the Chicago is you're kind of looking at current price action, and then you're going to compare it to price action from 26 periods ago. And based on that, you're going to see if the current price is in a trend or not in a trend, which is basically in a consolidation period. The Chicago you're going to find to be very valuable because that is your momentum indicator. It's going to basically determine if you're going to get into a long-term trend, medium trend, short-term, or so forth. Okay, a lot of people unfortunately ignore the Chicago indicator, but we're not. There's going to be a video dedicated specifically for the Chicago indicator. Okay, the next 2 indicators that we're going to go through basically consist of making up this Kumo cloud. The white line is the short term. It's called Senecal A, and it basically consists of taking the Tinkinson, which is 9 periods, and averaging it out with the Kijinsen, which is 26 periods. So that roughly gives you a price action of about 14 periods. And then the Senecal B is here, which is the yellow line that makes at the bottom of this cloud, basically consists of 52 periods. So price action for 52 periods. Okay, together, as I mentioned, this basically forms the Kumo cloud. Now, there's two parts of Kumo cloud that which we'll get into the video, the individual video on the Kumo cloud in great detail. When you're looking at price, this basically is the current Kumo cloud, and this is the future Kumo cloud right there. Both of those are key in determining exactly whether you should trade or not to trade, and we'll go through those in great detail once we get into the individual video on the Kumo cloud. Okay, now we're going to go to the website, and we're going to show you some of the things on the website. This is eiicapital.com, and if you go here, you see the headers here. This takes you to individual websites where we have different resources available for Ichimoku specifically. You have the blog. This is where I go through, look at futures, equity, stocks, everything out there, and actually put live trades out there for educational purpose only, where people could see how to enter with trade entries, how to use Ichimoku for trade management, for risk management, and so forth. Also, there's a forum there for open discussion where people could ask any question on Ichimoku. You could post charts for feedback. You could ask any questions in regards to GAN, Fibonacci's, and all that too. Then you have the wiki, which goes through all the definitions of Ichimoku, talks about all the strategies for Ichimoku and everything out there. And then the fifth one is probably the most valuable. A lot of people are going there now. Is if you go to the download section, you could actually sit there and request for our free webinar that we did a while back ago, where it's about 2 to 3 hours of where we go through a full-blown presentation in Ichimoku, and the audience actually goes through some Q&A and asks their questions. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're going to be going through YouTube and releasing about 6 or 7 videos. Through here, you can download a full-blown video archive of all of Ichimoku, so you don't have to go through all of those 6 or 7 if you want, and just go for the entire archive and learn Ichimoku that way. Or you could go for the 6 or 7 videos on YouTube. Also, if you scroll down, there's going to be a lot of little videos that we're offering here, where we're going to be showing a lot of different things. One here is like back testing with Ichimoku with Thinkorswim. Second is show how to set up the indicator for Thinkorswim, and so forth. There's also going to be other videos we're going to be releasing for other brokerage firms. But so these are quick little tutorials, and they're about 15, 20, 30 minutes long on how to do various things out there. As I mentioned earlier, I do have a book coming out. It's called Trading with Ichimoku Clouds. If you go to Amazon, you could get more information in regards to the book, but it should be being released around June 6th of this year, 2010. And that's about it for right now. If you have any questions, here's my contact details. But I look forward to hearing from people and helping you guys learn more about Ichimoku.